Hey family, welcome back to the channel. This is one-on-one with Cut Nice 50. Hey, we got another banging video reaction today. I want y'all to tune in. It's gonna be a live reaction. I just caught maybe the first minute, and I just feel like this will be something that we all need to just go ahead and look at, watch, and it could affect each and every one of us. So I like it. And I'm gonna go ahead and follow them right here. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen, and we're gonna go ahead right into it. All right, I got the video up. Guy's name is Sean Crenshaw. And I think I've seen him before. I think he ended up going viral off for some clip he was talking about. But I gotta admit, I didn't follow him. I just seen maybe only one video from him, but he was talking a lot of common sense when it comes to politics, this election, P. Diddy, whatever that clip entitled. I can't remember the whole thing. But the channel is called The Biblical Conservative. So I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and put all the details in there. The full link to the video be in the description section. Like I said, it's called The Black Pastor Explains Why Black Christians Vote Against Biblical Values. And I just like the standpoint. Just the title of it itself called me. Um, I don't call myself a Christian, especially in America, just with all the nonsense that I believe is taking place, that contradict the biblical principles that I believe personally. You can have your own belief, but as a God-fearing man, I just want to understand biblical truth. I'm not going to be judgmental to nobody because we are all sinners, unless you're perfect. But I'm gonna go head down that rabbit hole one day and do a whole video explaining my beliefs. Um, like I said, I believe in God, I believe in the Son, but I don't call myself a Christian. I am a God-fearing person. A believer. So take that as you may. I don't know what you consider yourself. Maybe you consider yourself these Christians, but you can see why people are contradicting when they're called Christians, especially in America, with all this foolishness we see in the churches and this stuff that just keep going on over and over. But let me start rambling on. Y'all tune in, watch this video, share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Any questions or comments, just hit me up. Let's go.
Uh, Against a black woman that's running for president? Shouldn't you be supporting your sister? Why are you, as a black man, telling your people to vote for Trump? I have never, go back, never told anybody to vote for Trump. I have compared what goes on with both, the different issues and how they compare. I've done that. I've always even told people, go vote for whoever you want. I look at the world through a biblical worldview, a biblical lens. In other words, how does this situation play into what the word of God says? Because I don't want to be against God. I want to always make sure I'm in line with God in every area of my life, including my politics and how I vote. That's what a Christian is supposed to do that fears God. The Bible says that if you do not hate evil, it is a sign that you do not fear God. And that,
ooh, man, that's powerful right there. And I have to agree with him, because I do fear God. But I'm gonna go against kind of what he said because I'm not a politic person. I don't care. I was a big believer of our vote counts and everything else until I became a private investigator, until I seen some of these voting machines that was rigged and stuff like that with my own eyes. So my perception of voting here is like it's all illusion. The big wigs, whoever they want in the house is going to be in there. That's my personal belief. But that's all for the information that I have in law enforcement, 25 years as an investigator and as a private investigator working for the government, stuff like that. That's my perception. Is it could it be powerful? I think it could be if we was at a united front, especially. I don't care if it's black, white, whatever the case may be. If our people in our communities had a united vote, I think we can actually make changes. But until then, I don't think nothing matters when it comes to voting and stuff like that because it's all divided right now just to keep us divided from each other. You see some people who are Democrats and Republicans, family members, they don't even get along or talk no more over something that really don't matter, that's superficial, that's not going to affect their day-to-day lifestyle, but it's your family and your blood. So at the end of the day, it should matter in the household how you, it's just a whole thing. And I'll go down a whole different rabbit hole. But let's go ahead and continue. Share your thoughts. Let me know what you think.
The problem. It is amazing to me. I had somebody say to me lately, I can't understand how Black Christians can go to church every Sunday to worship God, but can still go and vote for homosexuality. Don't make no sense. But I understand that. And the reason is, I'm going to say something that may hurt some people, and I'm going to say it. The reason is, we've known churchianity and not real Christianity.
The major problem in the Black community is that the majority of Christians in the Black community do not have a real relationship with God. They go to these church plants, and these church plants are controlled by the white liberal puppet masters who are controlled, more than likely, by anti-God, anti-biblical people who don't want to see the Black community succeed. So therefore, they give to these church plant pastors who are in connection with local community organizations, and they...
Now he is on point. Now I don't know if the pastor name is Sean Crenshaw or this guy right here name is Sean Crenshaw, the biblical truth. I'm trying to look down at some of the description below. The latest episode of this biblical conservative channel, we react to a recent message from Pastor Alton Williams discussing how Black folks who say they are Christian vote for the anti-God policy. So this is not the pastor who is speaking in this video. This is this guy right here, the biblical conservative. Well, I'm gonna still put the link, full link to the video, and I'm gonna go ahead and follow this guy, Alton Williams, just get to support his channel because that's who I had ended up following. But I guess since it was in the algorithm, this guy came up to play. So hopefully he go ahead right back into it, and we're gonna go ahead and continue.
It is amazing to me. I had somebody say to me lately, I can't understand how Black Christians can go to church every Sunday to worship God, but can still go and vote for homosexuality. Don't make no sense. But I understand that. And the reason is, I'm going to say something that may hurt some people, and I'm going to say it. The reason is, we've known churchianity and not real Christianity. There has not been a real, this is not everybody, this is for a lot of us as African Americans. We don't have a real deep down commitment for Christ. And when that commitment is not there, there's not a fear of the Lord that's there, which is what we've been talking about on this past Sunday. And so when it's time to go to the polls, you don't care. You don't care about babies being killed anytime, unrestricted, any time of the pregnancy. You don't care anything about whether or not gay rights is going to spread and it's going to impact the children and the schools and parents and all of that. You don't care nothing about the taxpayer support of sexual transition surgeries. That's what they want. Democratic Party wants to have the right to use your tax dollars to go and cut off the organs of children, and they don't want the parents to be able to have the right to say anything. And you all right with that? You're okay with that? Something is wrong with your heart when you know your God is against that. You cannot be a true God-following Christian and go for all of this ungodliness. I'm going to say it. Just because you want to hold up race. That's what I was talking about the other week about the God of blackness. We will divorce what God says, ignore what God says, don't care about what God says, won't follow what God says just to be able to hold up skin color. It is stupid to make a decision based on skin color alone. It's stupid, but it is stupid to do that. You look for heart. You look for policies. You look for laws. You look for what they believe in, what they say. Because listen to me. You put in your trust in folk because you're thinking if they got the same color I got, they're going to look after me. They gonna go in, they know the plight I've gone through. They've gone through the same thing because they got the same color. What y'all don't see is that the real people running the show behind the scenes are white, liberal, wealthy gays on the Democratic side. And once they get a political candidate that they want to push and promote, or that they want to use their talent and skill, they grab them, they promise them benefits behind the scenes, and then they prop them up. And guess what? They can't represent you no more, because whoever's putting the money in their pocket is who they got to obey. That's what you all don't see about the election.
Man, well, I'm telling you, he is cooking right here. But I'm go ahead and put the full link in the description right there on that video. I'm gonna try to find his original video, watch some of that and see what else it entails. But y'all stay tuned, man. Like I said, if you are a believer, you're a Christian, whatever you claim to be out there, what's your belief on politics? He was touching base on there, and I can see he's kind of conflicted. Some stuff you can see on YouTube, some stuff you can't, and he has to be mindful of that because he did say the rich, powerful people, the people behind the scenes, the elites. He said they was white, but I know for a fact they're not just all white. They're white, black, whatever other color. It's not about the race or skin color to them because at the end of the day, it's only one human race, whether you believe it or not. Even way back in the day, it was black, rich people, black elites out there. You can still see that. You can do your own research. I did a whole story on this a couple of years ago, and it went down a whole rabbit hole of slave owners and stuff like that, or people who are considered the elites out there, wealthy families. And there's still a couple families that's still out there today, but they're not just white and black, white and black. You know, the elites are on a whole different level, but they are the people of power. Only thing we try to, I guess we try to make sense of it because we are in the U.S. and we've been pushed to believe that white people are always against black people and vice versa. You have the status quo and stuff like that and the Jim Crow laws. But if you do a little bit of research, you find out that it's not just always black and white, because black and white people has been getting together for a while. In the 20s, they done you used to round up the government, start rounding up the kids of interracial couples and stuff like that. I got family who's interracial couples. I done dated multiracial women. So I get it. I just personally don't believe it because I believe in one race, on one human race, just under God and different shades, different colors. It don't even really matter. But I do believe judging a person on their character, and not judge, not condemning them because of acts that they want to do about their own life. But we do know right from wrong, good and evil, and stuff like that does exist. But share your thoughts. Let me know what you think, man. This politics, is it have your head spinning? Is it, man, there's so much that I can go on and on about it. I don't vote identity politics, but I don't even tell people to vote for, these two parties. So what kind of world that we live in now that they just eliminate the independent party and you can only vote Democrat or Republican? That's why I believe in a uniparty. It's all under one big umbrella. It don't matter who you choose, but you do have two different options. I go with that. One side is all the way to the left, and one side is kind of to the right, but just in the middle. It's no win-win. It's a lesser of two evils, what they can say, but one party is clearly against God, while the other party still has some God principles. But that's a whole different. So I can go down the whole rabbit hole. I still think that the people are supposed to govern themselves. We get caught up being trapped in this system. You hear people talking about the matrix and stuff like that, but we put our faith in these government officials and people making decisions for us when we ultimately are in control of our own lives and should be able to have discernment to choose what's right and wrong and what's best for our family and what we actually need to make change. If we were united, the world would look a whole lot different. But that's the trick to keep you divided, keep you conflicted against your own personal beliefs, your morals, the fear of being judged or crucified by your peers and family, people on social media. That's why people are scared to speak up. I see a lot of people who are voting for Trump, but they scared to vote for him. And they're not voting because they like him, because everybody know he's rich. He comes from a different lifestyle, but he is a businessman. When it comes to business, the facts speak for themselves. We were in a better economic structure in the U.S. financially, everybody when he was in the House, but that doesn't mean he did everything right. None of them are going to be able to do everything right. But I think it's certain guidelines that each party has to, as these stake figures have to follow, at certain things, certain policies, certain agendas that's designed for each party just to keep you divided and split. But either way, does it really matter? Whoever's in there, we're gonna have to do what we got to do, and we're gonna face the consequences of their actions by putting them in there. All the people now who did vote Democrat when Biden was like, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. They're regretting that they chose that now because of the look at the groceries, the inflation. Y'all can't, if you don't think that the pandemic made the inflation the way it is, you didn't do all your research, because so many other people got rich. What that has to do with goods and services still to this day, and that's been years affected. The ports have been open, everything else got back to business, but inflation is still up, gas is still up there like that. I said, just sometimes you got to be an open thinker, get rid of all the stuff you've been taught, which is leading you astray as far as misleading you with information, and conduct your own research. Open up your mind, and once you do that, I think you'll be free to make better choices for yourself and your family, instead of being trapped in that bubble that you have to be Democrat because you was born in that way. And just like myself, when you was coming up, you was led to believe that Democrats is for black people or for people in the lower classes, and Republicans were for the rich people. But that's further from the case if you actually look at policies and procedures. But we're not gonna go down a rabbit hole. Share your thoughts. Let me know what y'all think, man. Don't forget to click the link in the description below for the full videos of these two guys right here. The pastor, I'm gonna have his link down there also of the original video once I find it, and I'm gonna have this biblical conservative link for this video right here that I did a video reaction of. Also, if you're in health and wellness, you already know me, 25 years in law enforcement, 13 plus years as a certified sports nutritionist. Click the link if you're trying to get healthy with some of our partners out there, especially Live Good and everything else. I do video reactions on all these supplements out there. But it's 2024, man. We got to do better. We got to be better. And we got to have faith, because it's only going to get worse from here, man. You see it every day. Every generation getting in a different situation. But stay tuned, have faith, stay blessed. It's your boy Connect 50. With that, we out.